Hello, Danny. How are you, mate?
Hi, Jason. Not too bad, mate. And your good self?
Yeah, not bad at all. Thank you. This is crikey. Doesn't seem like 5 minutes ago we were doing this as one of the first manufacturing podcast that we did with the first of the manufacturers, I should say, working with yourselves over at Canon. And there is a specific reason as to why we're doing this again. And for those people who perhaps didn't see the first one, haven't seen the first one, didn't pay any attention to the first one, I'm Jason Bryant, head of production print here at Landell. And Danny, can you just introduce yourself, mate, and quickly how we work together?
I'm Danny Roe. I'm the production print partner manager within Canon, and we work closely on opportunities, technical details, specifications, and demonstrations, customer visits.
Yep, and one of the things that we've seen quite a lot of each other lately, but one of the things that we mentioned on the previous podcast, mate, was the fact that Canon have definitely put a stake in the ground. They, as a business, been very successful for many years. But in terms of where we are and how I work with you, Canon have launched a whole new product range in the last sort of 12 to 18 months. We touched on that on previous podcast. And so we want to talk in a little bit more detail about today because we've actually got an event that we're hosting together in a few weeks' time, couple of months. And it's very much an event that we'd like to invite all of our guests and listeners to. We think it's going to be really useful for them. We do know that we've got, obviously, for the first time in 8 years, Drupal is coming up, but that's not something which is either accessible or something that everybody can get to. Obviously, that's over in Drupal. So we've set up some sort of VIP events for our prospect customers, potential clients to come along. And we've got one being held at the Canon showroom in London on May the 1st. That is specifically going to be targeting or focusing on the V900 series. But do you want to give everyone an idea as to what else might be available for them to see up at the showroom on the day?
Yeah, so over at our Farringdon showroom, it's literally 5 minutes walk from the Farringdon train station, so it's quite easy accessible. We have the mid and light range of production equipment alongside office equipment. We also have scanners and some large format equipment. So on the production cut sheet, we've got the V1000, which is our mid-range machine, the V900, which we're going to be discussing in a little bit more detail shortly. We have a C270, which is the entry, very light production. And then on the mono side, we have the VarioPrint V140 within the showroom for everybody to look at.
So there's a big array of different bits of technology equipment for the guests to have a look at, and I'd invite them if they've not looked at the Canon portfolio or offerings for a period of time, then definitely it would be a worthwhile use of their time to visit. Another reason for I think the launch of the new products was, and I don't want to keep talking about it, but unfortunately it has happened. And it is still there in the background and having an effect on the industry and our clients. But certainly with COVID, it became very apparent that people had to look at their workflows, inefficiencies within the workflows. I think we had customers whereby with staff that were furloughed, you may have a managing director that was having to get his hands dirty and getting involved. And it became very, very clear on the back of COVID, bringing the world back to life, talking to customers, that some of the old workflows and the ways of the world had to change. Like I say, inefficiencies, cluttered to-do lists. How many times, Danny, would we walk into a print room together separately and you've got, jobs up posted here, there, and everywhere, and job tickets everywhere, and stuff like that. And we've looked at ways to try to improve those efficiencies. And that's, again, isn't it, one of the reasons that we're hosting this and that Canon have brought out those products.
Well, that's it. And also at the showroom in Farringdon there, we have all the workflows connecting all the machines together, whether it's for a corporate print room or a commercial printer. We've got Fiery workflows, we've got Prisma workflows, all showing how automation can drive that efficiency through a print facility.
Yeah, and that's important to note as well. So we've got automation that's Canon automation, whether it be for sort of on the press or pre-press, and looking at the Prisma. We've got the Fiery technology there as well. So there's lots of things and lots of ways to try to help improve those efficiencies within the workflow and free up time for whoever it may be, print operator, print room manager, managing director, however, dependent on the size of the organization, is just to make them that bit more efficient, because efficiency is sometimes overlooked when you're looking to make decisions on products, because the impact and the commercial aspect of that, you have to monetize your time, and that there's by saving time, you're saving money. These products are exceptionally versatile. We know that. I remember going to Poen with you a couple of years ago, and 18 months ago, when the V1000 was being launched, and I think the same absolutely applies to the 900 series, and it was referred to as the Swiss Army knife of the world, because of its compact size, but the capabilities and what you can do from that. And without sort of going too much into detail on what we're going to be showing, do you want to just elaborate a little bit on kind of some of the things that you can do with the machines?
Yeah, so the V900, yeah, it's a bit like a Swiss Army knife. It's got lots of features that we can call upon for whatever type of printer, commercial printer, print room, school, college, university. So just picking a few of the highlights out. So a lot of people are talking about long sheet these days, which is a banner. We can print up to 1.3 meters. We can duplex up to a 762 millimeter. So what does that mean to the commercial printer? It means they can go to their clients, start talking to them about new applications, new work, new formats, because high-end print is not just a portrait A4 booklet. With this type of work, you can then start entering into landscape A4, high quality landscape brochures. Okay, yeah, you've got to do your finishing offline, but most commercial printers have some form of offline finishing capability. We can go up to 350 grand duplex. So you're opening up to maybe some of that entry, short run, personalized packaging market.
Yeah.
Again, finishing might need to be addressed, but again, I know you've done some podcasts on some finishing equipment that can address these sort of requirements for these guys. And then again, we've got the fiery workflows, we've got the Prisma workflows, and depending on where the machine would be going, it would be depending on what type of workflow is required. And then on the finishing side, we can put inline square back booklet makers, we can put punch, and then onto the machine, some of the automation in the machine, we've now got inline spectrophotometers. So to keep that color consistent and on a daily basis calibrated, gone are the days where you stand there with a I1 Spectro and scan it 15, 20 times, put your profile in. You can schedule it to do it 15 minutes after the machine's turned on. It'll automatically do a full calibration for you, so you set ready for the day. So these are a few of the things that we'll be able to show on the day. I think you said it's the 1st of May, is it?
It's the 1st of May. Yep. So that's Wednesday, the 1st of May. So a few weeks from now on, and the viewers and the listeners, they're going to be getting other things sent through in terms of the registration. If I mean, obviously it's accessible to anybody being in London, because it is a 5-minute walk, 2-minute walk from Farringdon Station, as you say, Danny. But I think with what you just touched on there, absolutely that's the case. I mean, we now in a position whereby we can genuinely supply products to clients that, some operators will be more want to get their hands a bit dirtier than others, but it is about that green button technology. We want the customers to be able to set their jobs up, load them, put them in the print queue, have a product which comes off the back end ready for finishing, so that they don't have to be checking front to back registration on every sheet. They're happy and they're confident that from sheet 1 to sheet 100 that will be consistent. The color from sheet 1 to sheet 100 will be consistent. There are some things that we can't automate just yet. I mean, I'm sure with robotic processes moving forward, they may do, but so if a consumable needs to be changed, as an example, like a toner, then that's still the case. But they're load well run, aren't they? A bit like when
That's right.
If you've got a long run length, and it's for it's more than what the tray can hold in terms of the paper. As long as there's paper in another tray, it will automatically go to the next one. So again, it's all about keeping the machine running, and maximizing the uptime. And again, it's very difficult to kind of put a value against the time saving, but it's something which really needs to be considered, especially in the world that we're living in today. So I really do appreciate exactly what you've said. Now, I know that you often share statistics and stuff with me. There will be things that are out there in the public domain, but is there anything that you think kind of has led us to believe that this is the right thing to be doing in terms of the automation and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so we've literally we're one of the partners with the BPIF, and we've literally just printed the Q1 printing outlook. I don't know whether you can see that. No,
There we
you
go. Got
can't
it. Yeah,
see it.
just see it.
Oh, you
Just
get
about
it
saw
there,
it.
did you?
Just
Right.
about.
And I was reading through it. I received them last week, and I was having a quick read. And one of the interesting facts that came out was the top investments in 2024, 39% of the respondents said it's workflow and automation. And then the second highest, 31, is energy cost reduction solutions. So maybe they're looking at wind turbines or solar panels and that type of thing. And then the
Yep.
25% is management information systems. So everybody are looking at finding a way to reduce costs, whether it's their energy costs, whether it's their efficiencies within the factory, or with the management information systems, getting the invoice out as quick as possible so they can get paid.
Yeah.
So it's that these business owners are looking at how they can increase their efficiencies, whether it's in the back office, whether it's on the shop floor. And I think also you mentioned COVID, and I know we don't always like to keep going back to COVID, but COVID forced a lot of people to leave the industry, and a
Mm.
lot of people who had experience and knowledge, and they're going through a process of recruiting people, and they don't have that skill set.
Yeah.
So to bring those people in, you've either got to train them and spend a lot of time doing that, or you put automation in place to
Yeah.
help them do their job better and let technology be the skill set, not the person.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, mate, absolutely, and that's no more pertinent than with a customer that I went and visited last week, who has one of these machines. He's got the V900 series. This is actually the 700 that he's got, but he actually started his business on the back of COVID. He was working at a print company, decided to go by himself. Obviously had some skill sets in place, but he is literally a one-man band, and he cannot speak highly enough of this product. The fact that it's managed to take his business to a level whereby, because he's on his own, he can trust the machine. He can trust to leave the machine running a job overnight, to get in the morning, to be able to dispatch and then start chasing, because he's doing it all himself, and he can't speak highly enough about the machine. We've got several of these devices out there in the UK. Canon obviously have got plenty more, and as much as it's a new product, it's proven technology. So it's not like we're asking anybody to be guinea pigs with this product. It's proven technology. We've got lots of references in the UK. Everything that you've touched on in terms of the environmental aspect, the efficiencies and improving them, and how it can link into MIS systems, etc., will all be discussed when we meet on the 1st of May.
Yep.
Great opportunity for customers to come and have a look at the latest Canon offerings. We're going to be on the day. We'll provide sort of lunch for people that attend.
Yep.
And it will be yourself, myself, and all of the other relevant supporting people and staff that we need on the day. So yeah, the 1st of May, Danny. Anything that you'd
Yep.
like to add prior to that?
No, I just look forward to seeing as many people as we possibly can. It's always good to have a busy showroom. It's normally busy anyway doing demonstrations, but it's even better when we've got an event happening with either a partner, and look forward to seeing everybody on the 1st of May.
Yep, absolutely, mate. So once again, support that we get from yourself and from Canon in general, mate, second to none. So again, thank you for that. Probably another point to prove that the fact that we're doing this event on the 1st of May, something that yourself, myself, both marketing teams have been engaged with, and just helps to show that strong relationship that we do have. So yep, I think we're probably going to have some set demonstrations on the day, and nearer the time we'll discuss whether or not we're going to maybe have opportunities because it's difficult on these types of events to run customer specific samples, isn't it? But if anyone's got a specific requirement, we can work with them to
We
end of
can
the
work
day,
with them.
following day,
And what we'll
whatever.
probably do on the day, we'll probably set up a couple of workflows, one showing a Prisma workflow, one firing a Fiery workflow, and we'll probably even go to a cloud-based web to print solution where we can show an end customer uploading a job and show how that automation can work and flow all the way through to the machine, to the operator. As long as there's the right paper in the machine, press in print.
Yep, Yep, excellent, mate, and that's perfect, and I think it will be a valuable use of everybody's time if they can make it. We'll really look forward to welcoming them there. No doubt you and I will be speaking in the meantime, Danny. But once again, thanks ever so much for your support and for joining us this morning, and we'll catch up soon.
No worries. Look forward to it on the 1st of May. Cheers,
Thanks,
mate.
Danny.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.